Hola mis amigos, soy Jim Lang de Worcester, Massachusetts y el autor de Small Teaching o Docencia Pequeña. And that's about as much Spanish as I'm going to speak today. I hope by the time I get down to Cartagena to visit you all in person, I'll have a much better mastery of Spanish. I'm on sabbatical next year, so that's one of my goals is to master my Spanish and become more fluent. But I'm very glad you are reading Small Teaching, and I hope that you all have great discussions of it. Thanks to Louise for hosting these conversations about the book. And I'm really just here to sort of wave and say hello and encourage you to, enjoy the conversations and see what you can take away from it and apply to your teaching. And I just wanted to add two things to that. The first is, that there are many strategies and ideas discussed and presented in Small Teaching. And as I always say to people, by no means should you think that you can or should adopt all of those strategies. The whole purpose of Small Teaching is to try to give you just sort of a few things that you can experiment with in your own teaching. So if you can come out of the book with one good idea that you want to try in your classes, that would be, as far as I'm concerned, the book would have achieved its purpose for you. So as you're reading along, look and see what are the things that seem to fit with your discipline, your class, your teaching style. And don't try to do too much, but pick one or two or three small things to experiment with each semester. And over the course of time, you can gradually make significant transformations to your teaching if you view this as sort of a slower, gradual process. Second thing is, people sometimes often ask me about, what changes have been most important to my own teaching. And there are 3 chapters of the book that I think have been most significant in changing my thinking about teaching and my own classroom strategies. And those are the chapters on prediction, retrieval, and connection. So I do a lot more now in terms of helping my students retrieve things that we are learning. I do a lot more in asking students at the start of a learning experience about their own prior knowledge or the preconceptions they might have, rather than just jumping in and starting to teach. And in terms of connection, there is one strategy that's recommended in that chapter called the connection notebooks that has been the most transformative for my own teaching. I've been using those now in every class since I wrote the book. I love them. I think my students enjoy them, but they have been a really powerful way for me to get to know my students in a different way. So that's a little bit of a teaser for you till you get to the connection chapter. But all the other strategies are ones I believe in, but maybe I had already been using in my teaching, or maybe don't quite fit in my own discipline. I tried to make sure that the book reached across disciplines so it could appeal to faculty members in many areas. So that's all I'll say. I wish you the best in terms of your teaching, and I hope you enjoy the book, and I hope that I'll be able to meet all of you in person at some point very soon. Thanks and best wishes.